Hi, this is Charlie Edwards. Please subscribe to Sporting Icon for the latest boxing news.
Now, I've seen about a day or so ago that Mauricio Sulaiman said that if Mike Tyson, if he wants to come back to the professional sport rather than just exhibition, the WBC will support it, and provided he can pass all medicals, then they will support him fighting and, if necessary, rank him. Now, there's a couple of ways of looking at this one, but for me personally, I think that regardless of the fact that Mike Tyson is 53 years old, or regardless of how old anybody is, if they're fit and able and can pass the medicals, who are we to say that people can or cannot do what they want to do with their own lives? It's their lives to risk at the end of the day. Personally, I think if Mike Tyson got in there with, say, a gatekeeper, for example, like a Derek Chisora or a David Price or a whatever, I think that Mike Tyson will come up short. There again, he's always going to have a puncher's chance, right? So people will talk about that bit. But Mauricio Sulaiman, he's spoken a little bit more about this particular situation, where he says that if Mike Tyson wants to fight for the WBC World Heavyweight Title against Tyson Fury, then he will allow it. Now we'll get straight into Mauricio Sulaiman's statement. I'm very excited, very happy. He has brought great positive energy and attention to the sport. Why? Because Mike Tyson is a hero and an icon. He fell in very difficult times, as many have done, and now it's boxing that's bringing him back. Of course, it will be with the absolute care of the medicals, of the testing, the complete protocol to make sure whoever is in the ring is in top shape and has no additional risk. I am supporting it 100%, and if someone wants to say he wants to fight for the world title, I will say he will, and the WBC will be there. There you go, Mauricio Sulaiman's statement. Now, how do I address that one? Absolute madness. Absolute madness. I mean, how can... Right, let's speak the obvious, okay? Mike Tyson, yes, okay. Regardless of the things outside of the ring, okay, that's one thing. But what he's done inside the ring, yes, he is a legend, he is an icon, and I can totally agree with Mauricio Sulaiman on that one. But the fact is, he hasn't had a fight since 2005, so that's 15 years since he last stepped foot into a boxing ring. And all that time, according to Mike Tyson, he hasn't even been training. It's only recently he started to put on some gloves and hit the bags and the pads and all that kind of thing. So after 15 years, how good is he going to be really? But as I said before, if he's 53 years old or not, if he's physically able, mentally wants to, who are we to say that he can't if he can pass all the medicals? But the thing is, let's not forget that it was 15 years ago since he last fought, and in his last 4 fights, he lost 3 of them and got knocked out. In fact, in the last fight, he quit. So when you look at it, is he going to be any better now than what he was then? Unlikely. So even just looking at the records, you have to say he doesn't deserve a world title shot. I know people don't want to hear that, and I don't like saying it, because he is an icon of sport. Okay, sport and icons, right? But the fact remains is that why is it that Mauricio Sulaiman, he's all about, well, if Mike Tyson wants to fight for against Tyson Fury for the world title, then we will agree to it. Okay, well, what about Dillian White? Shouldn't he get a shot first? Dillian White's been waiting there 2.5, 3 years. So why would Mike Tyson get pushed in front of him? Yes, it's Mike Tyson, we understand. But he hasn't earned it. That's madness. What's Mauricio Sulaiman doing? Money. It's all about the money. That's all it is. It's all about the money. It's ridiculous. You can't put Mike Tyson in with any world champion right now. If Mike Tyson wants to come back and build his way up and take on a couple of fighters and get the win, sure. Hey, at the end of the day, you've earned it, right? But the fact is, when you look at the record, his last 4 fights, he lost 3 of them. He lost his last 2. Okay, one of them, the 4th fight beforehand, it was Lennox Lewis, okay? But it's just madness. Now, at the end of the day, so for example, say Vitaly Klitschko, he wanted to come back. He's eligible to go straight after Tyson Fury because he retired as champion. So he's champion in recess, okay? I don't quite know how long the period is, but that's what Vitaly Klitschko's rights are. If he ever wants to return, he can fight for the world title. Nobody can say anything about that one. Same with Lennox Lewis. He retired as WBC Heavyweight World Champion. Well, he retired as undisputed champion, but WBC was one of them. So if he wanted to come back again, champion in recess, he's entitled to go straight for the title. Mike Tyson is a different kettle of fish. I know Mike Tyson has a huge fan base, and I was always a fan of Mike Tyson too, but this is madness. So you're going to push him ahead of everybody else who has been active, not just because of Dillian White and the fact that we get on well. It's got nothing to do with that. It's about what's right and wrong. What about all the guys in the top 15 who's eligible for a world title shot? Because they've been earning it. Mike Tyson hasn't been in the ring for 15 years. If he wants to come back, take on a couple of the top 15, get his position, okay, cool. But to go straight in for a world title fight against Tyson Fury? Now, I know Tyson Fury, he did say that he has been approached by the team of Mike Tyson, and he said, oh, hell yeah, I'll definitely do it. But then, was it a couple of days beforehand, he said, no, I've got too much respect for Mike Tyson, I wouldn't do it. So I don't know whether or not Tyson Fury actually would. I don't think he would. But if WBC are going to force it, what's he going to do? Absolute madness from Mauricio Sulaiman. He's an absolute prat, really. You can't push Mike Tyson ahead of anybody right now. You can't. He needs to come back. If he is going to come back, he needs to prove it. Prove it. You don't put him straight in with a heavyweight champion of the world. Do you want Mike Tyson to die? Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.